Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video, I mentioned that some certain things are going on in my close circle of associates. Lately I have been praying to the Lord about it. I've written a few prayers down in my prayer journal. I actually started one this morning before I went to work. I'm not even done with my entry yet, my prayer that I'm writing. So I have plenty more to go with it. Um and lately when it comes to my situation, and concerns that I have about a potential upcoming situation that may be on the horizon, but I don't know if it'll happen yet. Only God Himself knows, and everything is in God's timing. But um, I've been praying a lot about it, mainly in the form of fanning out to the Lord. And I've been casting all my fears upon the Lord because I know He cares, and that's what I've been doing a lot lately. And thankfully, I have the strength and courage to go forward. Um, with what's going on in my life. I'm taking one day at a time. I'm relying on the Lord because of course I love Him. I trust Him. And I've been asking Him what He wants me to do with the situation. So far, um, I haven't been given any definitive answers. I'm not saying that my prayers are falling on deaf ears. They're not. I know that. I have faith, and I know that God hears me. I know that God cares and loves me. And that's why He wants me to cast all my fears and worries and anxieties upon Him, because He cares. And I wouldn't want it either way. I don't like going to other people about my problems and situations. Um, Although it does help to gain their perspective, that doesn't mean that they're always right, but it doesn't mean that they're always wrong either. But the one I could really, really, really only go to is the Lord Himself, because there's no one like Him. And He's not the type to turn His back on people. People turn their backs on Him and walk away from Him, not the other way around. I know He's got me. He's got my back. I know He's there with me at every single step of the way. I know this. I've always had faith in this. And yes, I'm concerned about the potential situation that may possibly happen. And if you understood the depth of it, if you understood the whole details of it, you'd understand why I'm concerned. And this is something that I've been praying to the Lord about a lot, and it's pretty much every day. Um, I don't have any God settings on yet on this situation, but I'm sure at some point, I know in our heart of hearts that He's going to lead me to where I'm meant to be in life. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know what all entail until stuff actually happens. I feel like, and I've mentioned this before, I feel like I'm in the midst of waiting. I feel like I'm in a waiting season. Um, and I feel like I'm in a holding pattern. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. It's not. It gives me plenty of time to think. It gives me plenty of time to take steps back and take a look at the broader picture. And especially also to have that hunger and thirst after the Lord and have that communication with Him through prayer. Because I know He hears my prayers. I know this. I'm never going to deny that. Um, you know, just because I haven't been allotted to anything directly or heard anything directly or whatever it is, doesn't mean God's not there. He is. And I know He cares. I know He loves me. I don't doubt any of that. Um, I feel like in the season of waiting that I'm in, I feel like I have a hunger and thirst for the Lord. And um and it's not that it hasn't happened before. It's my hunger and thirst for the Lord has been going on for ages. Um I think it's a little more intense than some of the previous times. Um it's more intense than previous months, I could tell you that for sure. I still absolutely pray to him every single day. And I wouldn't I wouldn't go want to go the day without prayer to him. And like when I pray, I feel like I'm giving sometimes I give him an earful of what I feel and think and say. And especially in this season of waiting. And like you know how my previous season was rocky. That was like my spiritual wilderness. So I was just coming out of that spiritual wilderness tail end of last year, early this year. Now, there have been some kinks and bumps in the road, um, here and there, but things are not as intense as they were. And I feel like there's things are relatively calm, but I also sense in my spirit that something is brewing, and I'm not sure what. Ooh, excuse me. I'm not sure what it is. So that's my season of waiting, and what's being involved in my season of waiting. That's what that's about. And I have concerns about, like I said, about certain things that have been going on in my close circle of associates. Of course, I'm not going to name names. You don't need to know who they are. That those details are not important. But I've been sensing since the beginning of this week, wait, last week, the beginning of this week, that something's brewing. It might not happen yet. It might not happen, anytime in the near future. But I could sense that something's not quite right. And I'm like to the point I can't put my finger on it, And this is something that I still have to pray to the Lord about, because I know he'll lead me to the answers he wants me to have. And I don't doubt that. I of course hope and pray for the best. But I know that I could control just so much. Because of course we all have free will. I have free will. But God is the author of our lives. I just write things down in my everyday journal, but that's pretty much besides the point. He's the one who directs the steps, and, we can make millions of plans for our lives, but he's the one who actually directs the steps. And I always say it's cliche, but when one door closes, another one opens. That's true. That's very true. And I've gone through so many periods and seasons and chapters of my life that entail closed doors and opening of new doors. It just means God is taking you down further down the path he wants you to go. All we have to do is cooperate with him. I mean, not have to, but of course we have our free will. He wants us to cooperate with him, I should say. And that's what having a relationship with the Lord is all about, trusting him with everything now, with everything, and loving him with all our hearts and obeying him. And that's pretty much it. If I have anything else to convey to you, I'm probably gonna work on this either tonight or maybe tomorrow. But if I have anything else to convey to you guys about the situation, what more goes on, per request, whatever, I'll bring you guys an update. Okay, bye. Good night. God bless.